Wow, what a gorgeous day. So, something that's happened a couple of times in the last few days, and I attribute it to me being new to this, is there have been times I thought I was recording and wasn't, and times I thought I wasn't recording and was. That's not okay. I'm not a fan. Some of that was really good. On to the day. I just double check to make sure it's recording. It's first thing in the morning. It's a beautiful day. And before I got to work, I was on the train and I just had that moment of, am I taking on too much? Because I saw photos from an event that I shot from another photographer. Not like he stole my photos, he shot the event as well. And it didn't so much make me mad as it kind of scared me, because as a photographer, you're always trying, freelance photographer, you're always trying to gain clients that are constantly coming back to you, but then at the same time, there's always that concern that somebody else is going to come along and take work from you, either because they know somebody in the business, they're a better photographer than you, they're more connected than you. And I just sat there and I was like, you know what, breathe, calm down. Nothing's changed. It was a huge event. It just made sense that they would have somebody else come in and do that, but it was like right when you're on the verge of doing new things that you're already putting yourself out there for, it just kind of caught me off guard, and I had to take a moment to be like, you know what, it's a gorgeous day. I'm doing a lot of new things that are kind of scary, but good in and of themselves. It's a good day. And I think it's easy to forget how good a day it can be because we get so in here. At least I do. I'll take ownership. I'm also still getting used to doing this in public. It's funny, on the one half, it feels very natural, but on the other half, it's like, who's watching me? Because it's New York, somebody is always watching you. Always. Good deal. Let's go to work. Not exactly afraid. This is such a new concept that I'm really just trying to figure it out, and putting yourself out there is scary, even as an actor. So I think it's just bringing up a lot of those insecurities. Yeah. There's just something almost inexplicable that I can't describe pent up inside me, like this kind of anxiety, but more of like this pent up energy, this pent up. Sounds ridiculous, I know, and I don't mean to be over the top. I'm an actor. This vlog has taken on such a surprising large part of my daily routine now. Like, I've made concessions to allow for this, to film, to store it, to edit it, you know, to do all the things that it required to do this, and I'm still learning at such a huge pace. But already I'm at this point where, like, I can't get enough of this. I want to do this all day, every day. This is all I want to do. It's the weirdest thing. If you were to meet me in person and we were to have just a normal conversation, you would never think that I would be someone to want to put my life daily, what feels like daily, I'm not posting daily, but I'm filming daily, to post about my life using a camera and just show the intimate parts of my life. That is such an abstract concept. It blows my mind that, one, that I would even consider it, but two, that I would love it so much. And of course, I'm new. Next week, I might be like, I'm done. I can never do this again. I quit. I'm out. Tear it up. Done. My life is not like, okay, I love this one thing and I'm going to do this one thing incredibly well. My life has always been about hopscotching from one home to the next. My family moved around a lot. Job to the next. I cannot begin to express how many jobs I've had in my life. And I think a big part of that is because I have never known what to do with myself. Truth, I have no idea. I want to be an astronaut, still want to be an astronaut, that hasn't changed at all. NASA. But I never had a specific answer to say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this really well. And as I grew up, I continued to kind of follow that path. I was just going with the flow of just whatever came. And without realizing it, that defines my life through my 30s. I come from a middle-income family, blue collar all the way, but I did not really want for anything. My parents were amazing at providing for us. So I served in the Air Force for about 8 years, just shy of 8 years after 9/11. So I wanted to join the military and it's starting to rain. Great, thank you, New York. Can you not? Like I'm in the middle of something right now. Can we not? So I joined the Air Force, which was an amazing time. I traveled. I dumped a whole slew of fears, which is another point as to why I lived this coasting life, because I was just oddly afraid of kind of trying anything. And this craziness, it's almost this conflict inside of me that I can remember to my earliest years where it just wasn't enough. But I was always at war with doing what I thought everybody was expecting me to do. That's when I really started to take focus of my life. I was in my early 30s. I had always wanted to be an actor, so this is something that I had always wanted to do. I'd always wanted to be an actor. I had just been a film nut. I watched a lot of television in the 80s because that's just the best television. 70s had some good TV. The 60s were fun, but it was a little weird. New York City weather does not want me to have this monologue right now, this one-on-one. Even the police are against me. What is happening right now, world? Just give me 10 minutes. Okay? I had to come downstairs because it was just getting too windy up there. What I've found as I've gotten older and I've really invested myself in these new endeavors and trying to really nurture those passions and let that inner beast out and let all that energy out, what I've found is that it is incredibly addicting. And the more I do it, the more I want to do it, the more of it I crave, which is a wonderful feedback loop. And I think that's where I am in my life. I'm at this point to where I want it all to make sense and it all come together and like support each other. Because I love my girlfriend, I love my acting, I love my photography. I am, for some strange reason, incredibly addicted to this. I don't get this. Why is this so cool? What is it? What? What? It's another box. And I said, self, we're going to play it safe, and this is the best that I'm ever going to do, which was not okay. I'm going to live a life that embraces the unknown and seeks to find the unfindable. I remember where I was standing in the men's bathroom on Kadena Air Base in Okinawa, Japan. I was looking in the mirror. Not kidding. Pretty much like I'm looking at this camera. I was looking in the mirror. And I said, I would rather live with failure than the fear of not trying. If there's anything I'm actually scared of, anything at all, it's not trying. It's just living safely. Living by the book. Doing what I did for the first 3 decades.